Hello, healing parents of estranging adult children. My name's Sunday, and I thought I'd come in and say hello and introduce myself, because some of you know me really well, and some of you probably are wondering, who is this lady who I chatted with on Facebook Messenger? So I'm outside. I'm near where I live, which is in Ilkley in Yorkshire in England. And hello, whoever's come on. And I came in to say hi to all the people who are new, because there's been quite a flood of people coming in, and I guess that's as a result of this holiday time that we're in. And yeah, I set this group up 2 years ago now, just a little over 2 years, and as a result of my own experience and also the fact that I'm a coach, and I thought that I could help people, and it turns out that seems to be what's happening. I'm just so grateful that we have this space that we can come in and share our stories. And if you're new into the group, there's a variety of ways that you can use this group. You can get really active and post, and many of us do. Many of us share our experience and our wisdom as elder women, because we know a thing or two. Now we've got to this point in our lives. And also, I guess that there's a majority of people who are just quiet and just read and learn through reading and listening to other people's experiences, which I think is just as valid. So it's all welcome. If you don't feel that you want to participate to the level that others do, it's all it's up to you to how you drive this group that you're in, alongside so many of us who are experiencing being estranged by our adult children. So I'm 12 years in. I've got 3 adult daughters and 4 grandchildren, and 2 of the grandchildren I saw until a couple of years ago. Had a close relationship with my eldest, and then she too decided to reject me, for want of a better phrase. And it's led me down this self-discovery path, which I think many of us are on, into who am I, what's my purpose, why has this happened, how can I fix myself? And a lot of us want to fix our kids, and so I hope that we bring all of that in here together with a sort of lightness and a bit of humour alongside all the dark stuff that we deal with, because there's no doubt about it. I've been to some very dark places in the last few years, and I've survived. I've come out of it. I've used the stuff that I've learnt for myself. I've used it on myself. And you can have as much theory as you like, and as much memes and sort of phrases and intellectual wisdom around ourselves and what we should be doing. But it is the practical application of doing some of those things that scare us, going through some different communication skills, setting up some boundaries, all those sorts of things that really do make a difference to ourselves and our confidence and our self-esteem. Because I get it that most of us that are in here have been great mums, parents. There's a few dads in here too, and are sort of at a loss as to why this has happened, and really doubt ourselves, and it batters our self-esteem. It really does. It's one of the worst things that I've had to come to terms with. And also the other aspects of what goes on in our life. It affects our health, our work, our wider relationships. It sort of extends into our extended family. We've got siblings, and they've got siblings, and aunts and uncles, cousins, you name it. It all puts everything under the microscope. Our whole life seems to get put under the microscope with this event. So I'm really glad you're here. I really do take care of who comes into the group. I'm not sure, but I still feel that there's at least 1, if not 2, of my children who are in the group under fake profiles, and have been from day one, before I got a little bit more careful about how I screened people coming into the group. So if you felt that I've grilled you a bit on Facebook Messenger before you came in, that's the reason why. I really want to know that people who are coming into the group are really authentic, estranged parents, and not an adult child who's trying to sneak in by the back door to have a spy on us, because there's a lot of that goes on, and and I sort of troll the internet at times to see if I can see images and stuff, and I know that many of us do that, and there's a part of me that thinks that's not great. I should just leave them be. And So in here you'll find me popping up. In the new year I'm offering some courses for those of you who want to explore certain aspects around this, or around yourself really, stuff around emotions and emotionality, how you deal with all this cocktail of feelings that go through us. There's such a lot of pain, such a lot of anguish, physical pain inside our body. Oh, this is noisy, there's a tractor going by. And so I'm going to be offering some short courses in the new year online with Zoom, if any of you are familiar with Zoom. And they're not going to be expensive. They're going to be hopefully within your budget. You know, and it would be great if you decide that some of those might be things that might help you. So what else can I say? Yes, be careful. Well, most of you are my friends. If you are my friends, be careful where you're commenting, because often I will duplicate posts on my public line as well as in the group. And I've noticed that some sort of estranged parent conversations go on my timeline, which is fine if you're okay with being public, because my public line is very public. It's got no filters on it whatsoever, so anybody can get onto my line. So just have that in your knowing, that just check out, and I'm trying to remember to put on my timeline at the top of posts that seem to have a flavour around estrangement. So I've gone very public with my estrangement, you know, and also the sort of abuse thread pattern that runs through my family, because I get it, a lot of us have that as well. There's some sort of unkindness, bullying, maybe manipulation type stuff. I think most families have that. It's just, we're becoming more aware of it now as a society in general, and I think it's about time as well that, you know, us older women have got a lot to offer, you know, and us older guys too, if you're a man that's watching. We know a thing or two, and having a voice now is very available to us through the internet. So that's what I'm doing, and it's my work, and I love it, and you can tell because I'm in here I'm in here as much as I can get in here. I'm in here sort of like offering my insights and alternative points of view, some of which you might find challenging, you know, and I invite you to sit with that. If you find that some of the stuff that I say triggers you, you know, it may be that there's a belief there that you maybe wants revisiting, you know, your own belief. It might be that it's an old one and you're hanging on to it and it might not be working for you anymore, and I've just been the person who says something that makes you think a little bit, and so maybe it's not me, maybe it's you. And I say that with love, because it's like getting triggered is like pants, isn't it? So I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you a little bit of where I am. It's an autumn day here. Where's my glasses? Oh, they're there. So I'm next to the River Wharf. Oh, that's my iPad cover. So I'm next to the River Wharf, and that's the little footbridge over the River Wharf. And that block of flats there is where I live, in one of those. Just round the corner a little bit more, and Stephen's there, my husband, he's there. And we've had quite a lot of rain, so the river's really in flood at the moment. And there's the flood line. Sometimes it comes right up to the arches on that bridge. I love where I live. I really do. I don't know if I can just turn you around. I'm sat on a little perch. That's what I was sat on. Look at that. So this is a walkway up onto the Dales. We're sort of like really in the Dales here, which is lovely. It's a bit bleak at this time of the year, but you get a sense of where I live and what I do. And I work time in a healing centre in Ilkley, which is an alternative therapy centre. I'm just going to sit back on my stone again. It's a bit cold, but there you go. So I hope you really enjoy being in here. Like I say, there's lots of us that have been in for 2 years now. Some very old wise women in here, and I feel like we've got each other's backs, and I feel like we care about each other. And I know for me, I'm a member in a couple of other estranged parents groups, and I know I'm biased. I just think that the one that we've got here, the healing one, is looking to do it differently, looking to have compassion and care, and you know, and also you can vent, you can let it out in here. You know, nobody's going to judge you. It's like unless you attack each other, you know, that's where I would draw the line. Or yourself, in that way, but to actually let your anger out, because that's part of it. And we have this judgment about being angry with our kids, don't we? And I think it's a phase that we go through. So we're all in different phases, and you know, it is like hell on earth sometimes. I really do get that. If you're new to it, if somebody had told me at the beginning that I would feel better one day, I wouldn't have believed them. And yet here I am trying to tell you that one day you will feel better, regardless of whether they come in your life, back in your life or not. And the thing is that when they do come back in our lives, which I think they will do, we need to be different, because whatever it was that they left, we're not going to be that same person when they come back. And so all the insights, all the tools, all the personal growth stuff that I share in here, I think is really key in getting yourself back into some sort of real, full, self-loving, self-worthing woman, man, so that when these kids come back, we can receive them, and we're not needy of them anymore. We don't have to do the eggshell walking thing, and we can be ourselves. And they may go again. It may take them 2 or 3 times to gravitate back. You know, I'm reminded, there's I can see lots of you on. Hi. I'm reminded of this phrase, this saying that I remember from a while ago, which goes like this, something like this, that children despise their parents until the age of 40, and when they become just like them. So I mean, I don't know whether that's true, but I have a sense that, you know, many of us were probably a bit judgmental of our own parents until we got to be a certain age, and then maybe we reviewed it all. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to see who's on with me. Anna, hi. Nuha. And Marcy, hi Marcy. Anna. Mags, hi Mags. Joanne, hi Joanne Gogas. And Queen, hi Queen Zahara. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it. And Sandy, hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. Lovely to see you all. I'll be on again, and yeah, look after yourselves, because we are so worth it. We really are. Love you lots. See you soon. Bye.